Let's talk about how silence actually builds trauma. Yes, I'm in a shopping cart. Yes, I am homeless. And I'm only homeless because people kept silencing me. Silence and padding and silence and adding on to trauma, which I do not agree with doing to anyone or myself. But it's actually loops in the Bible and loops in society that will teach you that silence isn't the best policy, even when going through frustrating emotions. You know, the best thing for you is to be around spiritually mature people, even with yourself, you know. Make sure that you're spiritually mature. So when you do have your spasms or have your weakness moments, you'll still be able to come into congruency of trying to build yourself. As that being said, in the Bible, it says 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17, you should not only live on the bread, you should not only live on the bread of the Bible. Bread is the Bible read. Yes, I am sleepy, but I'm still working. So they say you shouldn't only use the bread for Bible read. On top of that, you should reconstruct all words for righteousness, even reproof words. Like if I say trash can, I can say TC. Truly caring. You can truly care for society and make sure this trash get thrown out. You can truly care for your home. Make sure the trash get thrown out, you know? You must be able to use context clues and basically abbreviations and acronyms. You use acronyms and abbreviations. Like it say like parking spot, it has a P and then a circle and a line through it. You basically must learn how to do sign language and acronyms with every single thing. With that being said, you doing that, it shows congruency of actually being spiritually mature enough to look at perspectives and see how it actually can behoove your totality and your surroundings. Like the cross, the Jesus cross symbol, is actually a symbol of surrendering. Basically, arms out, standing 10 toes onto what my situation is. You know, surrendering is I know I have to surrender, but let me keep my arms open to receive it. You know, let me receive it as wide as possible with no fear. You know, that's what you must do with these words. You must look at the symbolism. You must look at how are they shaped. You know, you look at A. A has a hook on the top of it, you know, or it has a dash on the bottom. But A, it really looks like a 6. We all say amen at the end of our prayers. It looks like a 6. It was creation in 6 days, and then in one day it was rest. And then look at an uppercase A. Okay? Now, look at it without the line. That's victory. Basically saying we have victory in heaven. We must have victory on earth. Now, why is the line in between? It's a divider between heaven. Only a little bit of people gets through, you know? They say the people who can make it through to heaven in the rich society is like a needle to a camel's eye. You know? Basically saying, you know, I seen that video, they be eating cactuses. Camels be eating cactus. Even though, like they said, they had a real deal built at the top of their mouth because that's the only thing they can eat. So, like, man, we don't see that. We finna still eat it. We finna still chew it. So, rich people like, oh, we need this money. We finna still get to it. We finna save up. We finna, yeah, whatever, you know. And God like, man, I need y'all to share. That's your brother. That's your sister. Y'all need to share. So, I'm like, I remember y'all. Y'all should remember me. Y'all should remember each other. Y'all look at each other. Y'all stand around each other long enough. Y'all gonna remember how we used to be in heaven. I said, be just like me. I said, I never change. Guess what y'all should be doing? Never changing. Not a bullet. At the root. But A is basically a divider, saying anybody who makes it past the skyline will be in the small percentage, the narrow view of creation. It says it's a narrow view to righteousness. It's a narrow road, but the people who makes it. It's a narrow road. See the A. Amen. The victory is below, and it's going to be brought up to the top. That could be used as evidence, and you're picking it up. Makes it hurt. I don't really care. I got it on video too that I picked it up. So Oh well. That's crazy though. But like I was saying, understanding the symbolism of things will actually bring you into further progression. Now that you know what 2 Timothy 3:16-17 is saying, and I could be like, oh, somebody could be like, fuck you. And you could be like, future understandings controlling knowledge. Yes, outstanding understandings universally. You can actually flip everything that's going on. You can actually write fuck you and write eyes or whatever you want to write into it. Connect the words and actually create it to your own thing. Once you create something new in the universe, the person who created it new, it will stick with them. The thought, the image will stick with them. That's why it said be creative. Don't go and copy everybody else, because guess what? Their conscience is going to stay on there. Like if everybody eats Cinnamon Toast Crunch and they be like, only eat it with orange juice. Everybody eating with orange juice. And one person know, hey, I already know you're supposed to eat this with milk, but I'm going to just change their conscience to eat it with orange juice. Now everybody eating with orange juice like, it's nasty. They're going to gain taste buds for it. And it's like, man, y'all need reproof of righteousness. Y'all need people like me. They say, hey, this tastes way better with milk. I'm like, man, we don't try putting, and then like, they look at the next person and they be like, I'm going to be bold. They being false light bold. Because in the Bible say we all are the word. Yeah, I'm going to be false light bold. I'm going to speak up for everybody. And it's not wrong, but at the same time it's wrong. But it's like, hey, we ain't supposed to be using that. You dumb. And it's like, oh, you doing a little bit too much. I see where your perspective is, but don't be calling me out my name, Tesla. So, but since you're saying dumb, calling me dumb, I'm going to be like, I'm durable under manifesting beliefs. And they're like, don't be pushing your beliefs on us. I'm like, you over there eating cereal with orange juice. Somebody obviously tricked you and deceived you. That's how my society is going right now. That's how my atmosphere is going. Somebody obviously deceived you. You're supposed to be eating that with milk. Hey, seriously, like, yeah, try it. And they don't want to try, you know. But I'm encouraging y'all to use that. Look at things like symbols. Look at things as symbols, you know. Like, let's see. Yeah, like the prime one, the Kundalini, the hospital with the snakes around the staff. It's really the spine, the indents of your spine, the spaces between your spine. That's where the Kundalini resides. It's basically saying the spiritual side of your actual being. It still connects with you. But the first Kundalini, speaking of it, I'm divine like that. I say M49. That was my football number. Manifested 49. So I'm ready to sitting back like, okay. The first form of Kundalini is actually the heart. Every time your heart beats, it also fades into a sense of non-existence. But it's still in spiritual motion. It still has power. You know? That's your first Kundalini source. That's why I say female and male is only supposed to be together. Because it creates a bond of not being alike. And then it actually works together to create something new. You know, to create more blood, to create more pumping, to create more circulation. To actually teach the mind it's time to cool down or it's time to get active. No matter what the situation is. You know? So with that being said, learn how to look at situations, learn how to look at words, learn how to look at symbols to actually build your thought process. If you're not doing that and you want to take the easy way out, and the easy way is basically saying, I come up to you and be like, you are ugly. And you look at me and you go to the rest of your life saying, I'm ugly, manifesting that. Me, I'm gonna be like, I'm united to greatness. I love y'all. I love yellow. I'm yelling love over hate. I love all with a love over hate passion. You see, I switch my mind into anything that's progressive, anything that's gonna take away from my light, that will take away from other people's light, because I'm being so low and I could be teaching other people how to be more bright. Like, you know, it's something that's not actually in value of the society we in. We got people all around the world thinking diversity is power. Diversity is not power. Diversity is actually availability, opportunity. I may go create a rocket ship, you know, just for somebody to say, hey, If you actually turn that wire to the right and then lift it up left a little bit, we can actually shapeshift that whole rocket. And he'd be like, how do you know that? He said, I actually seen something way different than this, but I know that mechanic of that wire. He said, and he'd be straight up, I don't even know how to build a rocket. And it's like, It's like, exactly. We must all have opportunities to do our own thing. We must all have perspective to do our own thing. That will unite us. We need to be in unity. We'd be in separation and only build and build and build and build and build to our own understandings. It's a past people understandings, which was working with other people before it was just in a singularity motion. They was working with other people to bring in the motion. Then one person brought it in and said, let me see how I can keep working on this, keep working on it, and then keep working on it, until I make it seem like, oh, I did this, I built the form of this, That's false light again, that's deceiving. We must learn that teamwork. When I say teamwork, neat work, we must understand how to actually put our physicals together and not in a sexual manner and not in a way that will actually lust. We must sit back and plan. We must sit back and nurture our soul of thought. Yes, our thoughts are actually our soul, and your soul is the only one that can pause something and say, correct that, correct that, correct that, correct that. Don't say it out loud. Correct yourself. As soon as you say it through your physical, guess what you're going to need to do? You need to lean back on your soul, which holds the word, 2 Timothy 3:16-17, and use it for correctness. And what you taking a risk is really saying, okay, righteous skits, You really are taking that skit of your soul, that your soul is saying, hey, do this, basically in a practice form type situation, and actually following through to help your physical appearance, it will actually build you into future understandings, creating knowledge. You feel what the fuck I'm saying? The future understandings, creating knowledge. That's what a lot of people be scared of too. Why is it so much emotion? Why is it so much this and that? See, this the thing. If a lion wakes up and roar, now I'm gonna do it a chicken. If a chicken wakes up and crows, and whatever it does, as it says, use acronyms at your own pace. If you don't feel like, oh, I don't want to hear this dumb stuff, I don't want to hear it, like, you obviously know it says this, use acronyms at that point. If you feel uncomfortable with hearing words and hearing people, use a word, use the acronym. If you don't want to hear this whole video, just use the acronyms. Use acronyms for everything or every once in a while thing I say. It will actually, I actually know the whole Bible from doing that. I could read the title, not the Bible title. And even if I read the Bible title, I will blow your mind. They be like basic instructions before leaving Earth. They say, so we're not going to do this on Earth. Earth is not no